Yummy brown sugar meatloaf with potatoes and corn. It's what's for dinner tonight. Okay, so meatloaf is something that is a typical, like, American family dinner, right? Although my family around here is not exactly the most excited about it. Kaylee likes it. She's always really liked meatloaf, but she's not living here anymore, so I don't cook for her, but I cook for me. You know what? And I like meatloaf. So tonight we're gonna have brown sugar meatloaf. I've just kind of got everything laid out here on the counter. I'm gonna grab my big bowl. Oh, one more thing I need. We know I need my gloves because we know I ain't touching that meat. Blech, that's not happening yet. Not happening. So anyway, all right, I'm going to be reading from the recipe because this is a new recipe for me, even though I make meatloaf all the time, but this brown sugar meatloaf is something new for me tonight. So I'm going to try something a little new. Okay, so let's start on moving that bowl out of the way because first we got to make essentially the brown sugar sauce, okay? That is going to be 1/2 a cup of brown sugar. And y'all know I keep my brown sugar stored in a Ziploc bag. 1/2 a cup. Now, I am measuring, about how that goes with me. We're measuring 1/2 a cup of brown sugar. I'm going to need to get a larger bowl. All right, let's put it in here. 1/2 a cup of brown sugar. We need 1 cup of ketchup. Okay. Ew, let's get that ketchup off the outside there. Got to get all the good stuff, right? And about 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, okay? Ish. I don't know. You know me, lazy cooking. Now we're going to evenly split this into thirds. So I'm going to put 1/3 of it in this bowl, 1/3 of it in this bowl, and leave 1/3 of it in this bowl. All right? And I just got to do a taste test. All right, in this bowl, we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. Ish. A little bit more Worcestershire sauce. Woo-hoo! I need to buy more. I'm out. Oh well. It'll be all right. About 1/2 of a cup of milk. Try to put things away as I go. 2 eggs, which means... Woo! These were my last 2 eggs, seriously, and I just about had an egg catastrophe all over my floor. Woo! Called it. All right. Woo! All right, let's dump these eggs in here. That would not have been pretty. We'll get that mixed up a little bit. Some salt and pepper. 1 pack of onion soup mix. Now, they typically call it Lipton's onion soup mix. I get the Walmart brand. This calls for ginger. And I don't use ginger, but when you see the recipe, it does call for the ginger. And then about 3/4 of a cup of breadcrumbs. I am not going to do the breadcrumbs yet. Okay, we're going to go ahead and open this up. I'm going to put on my gloves because move that out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and get that ground beef. This is roughly a little over a pound of ground beef. I'll go ahead and put that in there. All right, I'm going to get that all kind of mixed in there. I want to get that sauce mixed in there with that meat before I put the breadcrumbs in there. All of that mixed in there good. You don't want to mix your meat too much because it'll kind of get gummy. All right. So now I'm just going to really start pouring my breadcrumbs in here and folding in and mixing until it becomes the texture and the consistency that a meatloaf should be, right? See, it's even starting to look a little bit gummy, but that will be solved. Gummy is not the right word with this, but adding a little more breadcrumbs. You don't want it to be too wet and you don't want it to be too dry. Meatloaf, you got to get that perfect halfway medium, okay? All right, and I think we are there. Now, I'm going to very gently, easily slide that glove off. Move that out of the way for a minute. Now, I don't have, believe it or not, I don't have a foil loaf pan, okay? So I'm going to take my glass one, I'm going to turn it upside down, put that foil all over the bottom of it. Now it will fit nicely in there. Again, this is just a way to make it a little easier to clean up later. I forgot the oil. We know I got to always grease the pan. Okay, we are going to take one bowl, that 1/3 that we set aside, pour it down here in the bottom. Gonna spread that out. I'll put that glove back on very carefully so I don't get meat on my hands. I can't stand that. Oh, it's so slimy. Blech. I'll tell you, and the oven's ready. By the way, the oven's been preheated 350 degrees. You'll see a lot of people will use like kitchen gloves. The problem is kitchen gloves are always really too big. So I just use regular non-latex gloves. So we're going to put this in here. Just go ahead and dump this meat in. And now that it's in there, I can kind of form it into a loaf. It's best to kind of put your fingers down around the side and make a, let me move that so you can see better. Kind of make a little crevice around the side, and then you want to kind of make a little crevice on the top. All right. Oh, there's a little bit of meat left in there. Don't waste any. That's going to go in the trash now. Now we're going to take that last 1/3 of the mixture and put that down over the top. And kind of spread that out. I want like every bit of this yummy sweet goodness in here. It's even, I'm just scraping that one out. All right. This is good to go. I'm going to throw this in the oven that's been preheating to 350 degrees for about an hour. That really, it's going to take an hour, probably every minute of it. All right, so meatloaf may not always be the quickest meal, but it sure is easy. All right, there we go. I am going to put some foil on that pan real quick. Because I am going to, that foil is just, I am like a Butterfingers tonight or something. Okay. Now let's hope this works, because you know what? It didn't work in not getting the dish dirty, because all the juices kind of went down on the bottom. Tori was freaking out. Mom, something's going on in the oven. No, the juices just went on the bottom of the dish. Let's attempt to pick this up out of this pan to get it out of those juices. There we go. Hey, that worked very well. There wasn't a whole lot of grease down there. There's the meatloaf. Look at there. All right, so I made some corn and some mashed potatoes. And just like that, dinner's done.